friends, first and foremost, I'm playing with my camera settings. I'm still playing with my lighting, and I think this looks good on my viewfinder, but I could get it into my computer, could be like, whoa, what is going on? So hopefully it looks okay. I'm trying to shoot today's video with natural lighting because I prefer natural lighting and I want you to really see the products and such, so that's what I'm trying to do here. So if things look crazy, please excuse. But 2015 has come to a close. I've done this video the past 2 years, so the 2 years I've been on YouTube, so this is my third. I really only picked the cream of the crop because I've loved a lot of things this year. I feel like especially this year, I really tried a bunch of stuff and I feel it could have potentially been a very overwhelming video, so I really only picked the cream of the crop, let me tell you. And if you watch me, a lot of this might be a little bit repetitive, so I apologize about that, but these are like new holy grail products that I frickin' love. Will continue to use next year. Some are like in my everyday routine, so I just wanted to show and share. And yeah. Also, if you're wondering, nail polish will be an entirely separate video. I'm gonna do my top 20 of 2015. If it's already up, I'll link it right here. If it's not, then subscribe so you don't miss it. It'll be next. So let's get started. So first category is primers, and I have two new favorite holy grail primers. I used the NYX Angel Veil for most of the year. My favorite primer last year was the Benefit Professional, and I find that this is very similar at half the cost. This is pretty pricey for a drugstore primer. I want to say it's $15.99, so essentially $16, but it's fabulous. You will notice a lot of NYX. I love NYX. I think they're a fabulous, fabulous company, and it's all super affordable. It's all super great, and you can find it at Ulta and Target, and I think other places are starting to get it now as well. I love NYX, so let's get that out in the open. You probably already know that. I'm a primer kind of gal. I've said it before. I like the idea of something in between my skin and my foundation, especially if it's one that like makes my skin look better even before I put on foundation, and I find that this is one of those. Just like the Benefit Professional. I know a lot of people loved it. Hopefully you've tried it. If not, try it immediately because it's amazing. And then next, something kind of totally different. I have been absolutely loving this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I've only had this since October-ish, but it is fabulous. I used it today. I look forward to sitting down and using this. I've said this before. I'm being very repetitive in this video, so it should be fun. I love the experience of a spray-on facial mist, so just to do it before my makeup is amazing, and this I feel like adds a little bit of extra hydration, which I really needed in the past winter, fall months because my skin's been dry. So this is fabulous, makes my foundation go on really, really well, helps it last throughout the day. I've had it for 3 months and I've only used that much, and I douse my face in this. Like, I give myself a good bath, so it's lasting a while. It is pricey, but I love it. I use Birchbox points on it, but I would spend real money on it because it's amazing. Next category is foundations, and I'm still loving my Jouer Matte Moisture Tint in Linen. That's my all-time favorite foundation, so it's not here because I've been using it for years. Okay, so I have two favorite foundations. The first one is from the drugstore. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup. I tried this because Jaclyn Hill raved about it. It doesn't leave you looking glittery or like greasy or anything. It's just a little bit of a luminous glow. I'm in the warm range, and I have the color W12, Porcelain Light Ivory, and I freaking love it. And I'm dying to try the new Cushion Lumi foundation. I haven't been able to find it in store, but love this so much. It's a great price, a great formula, and I just really have enjoyed it. Oh, next is amazing, and this is not my right shade. I'll explain it in a minute. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I actually got this with Ipsy points. Every once in a while, they'll do an amazing Ipsy point perk. They just did one for the Chocolate Bonbon palette, which I didn't get to in time, which I was so upset, but I got it for Christmas, so it's okay. But they did this, and by the time I was able to get to it, they didn't have the lightest shade available anymore. So I just went for this one, and this is Vanilla. And actually, when I got it, it was kind of on the tail end of summer, I want to say, even though I feel like this came out in fall, but in California, we have sun all year round, so I feel like I had a little bit of color left, and this worked for me for a while, but now it's a little bit too dark, so I am gonna bite the bullet and buy a lighter shade because I love this, and it's like $40, so you know I love it if I'm gonna spend that much money on a foundation. It is described as absolute perfect foundation, and it is insane, and I know I'm not the only one who raves about it because I've seen so many people, so many other people rave about it. It is incredible. It feels like your skin. It looks amazing. It doesn't look cakey, but you look flawless. Like, it is incredible. So try it if you haven't because it's really worth it, and I really need to get my right shade because I like look at this every day and I'm like, I can't use it and I cry. I have a couple of brow products which I feel like is kind of boring. boring, so we'll just go through that really quick. I use my Anastasia Brow Wiz every single day, but this year I discovered the Brow Duo as well. I ordered this with Birchbox points, and it's also in the color taupe. I've been loving this just to add a little bit of extra definition to my brows. I actually use it today just to fill in any sparse areas I missed with the pencil, I don't know, or I just use this by itself for a more natural look. And then of course this year I finally tried the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, which now I use every single day. I've talked about it so many times. Literally super glues your brows to your face, and it is fabulous. So I would highly recommend that as well. Next phase of my makeup is my contour highlight powdering situation, and this is probably my most favorite find of 2015, which I've already said on camera. This is the NYX Pro Contour Palette. I've actually customized a little bit. I've replaced a few powders. Mine looks a little different than how it normally comes. This is amazing. I use this color. Let me open it. Here we go. I use these two shades underneath my eyes every single day to set my concealer, and it is incredible. My concealer doesn't move, doesn't crease, doesn't look cakey. Like, these powders have changed my life. I love this one for highlighting. I love this one for like contouring, this one for bronzing. I ordered the peach color to set the rest of my face. I ordered like a stark white highlight. Like, these powders are incredible. You can buy this palette on its own and fill it with what you want. You can buy the contour palette as it comes. I will link it down below if I can find it, but it's been really hard to find online, so your best bet might be to just go to Ulta. I've talked about it so many times, I'll move on pretty quickly, but it's just, the powders are amazing, and these individual powders are $5 each, so can't beat the price. They're incredible. My favorite powder formula slash contour palette I've tried this year. Incredible. I have a few more bronzer slash contour shades. This I've talked about in literally probably like 20 videos. This is the NYX HD Blush, but it's in the shade taupe, so it works fabulously for a contour shade. There's the word. I like these blushes in general, and I love the formula. They're like $6. They're incredible, and this is my go-to contour shade. It's not too dark for me. It's perfect. It's in this really nice, sleek packaging that's perfect for traveling or your makeup bag. It has a cute little bow on the front. As I said, I love NYX. I love their powder formulas, and this is like one of my top favorites from 2015. It's been a pretty consistent favorite throughout the entire year, and now a holy grail product. I got a couple of bronzers. I still really love my Body Shop, the honey bronzer. That's still pretty much my favorite bronzer, but I did discover two other ones that I freaking loved this year. This is the Balm Desert bronzer slash blush from The Balm, and it is the bomb, let me tell you. First of all, the packaging is amazing, as it always is with The Balm, but this came out this year and I was so excited to try it, and it is fabulous. It's a little bit more on the taupey shade, but it's like light enough that you could contour with it, because once you swatch it, it is a little bit more of a bronze, as you can see, but I feel like you could use it for a contour shade, but I used it more for bronzing just because that's what I did. And then the mothership of bronzers was sent to me. Marc Jacobs sent me a little package, and I wept, and it was amazing, but they sent me this Marc Jacobs Tantric Omega bronzer, and it is literally everything you could want in life. I've said this a lot. I've been wanting this bronzer for literally years, and I'm so excited to finally have it, and it's incredible. It is amazing. I have it all over my face today just to warm up my skin. This shade is the perfect shade for me. It's not too dark, and I seriously love this. It is so pricey, but I honestly feel like I would spend my own money on it because number one, it's incredible. Number two, look how much product you get. But it's incredible, and you should try it if you're willing to spend a little bit more money on a bronzer. Next, we have highlighter, and of course, I'm gonna mention Champagne Pop, the Becca and Jaclyn Hill collaboration, my favorite YouTuber. But this is honestly perfect. I'm a very fair person, and this works great, and she formulated it so it would work great with fair skin tones, which I appreciate because she's my main bitch. I've especially been loving it this winter. I feel like it literally works for every season. I did like a summer glow makeup routine and a winter, and I use this in both of them because it's just amazing. It just, oh, it's so good. I don't know how long this is going to be available for, so I would pick it up soon, and I will continue to use this throughout 2016 and forever. Moving on to blush, I only picked 3 blushes. My Makeup Geek blush is still my #1 go-to, and I didn't want to mention it again because I mentioned it last year. Those are incredible, and I use those most of the time, but I did make some great blush discoveries. This first one is by Charlotte Tilbury, and I've never owned anything from Charlotte Tilbury before, but I was just playing around in Nordstrom, and I put it like a little bit on my cheeks, and I looked so incredible I had to buy it. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop Blusher Ecstasy, aka the nipple blush, if you've been watching me all year, because it looks like a boob. Like there's a little nip, and then like the boob, and like the areola, like nipple blush. But this color is amazing. It's kind of just like a corally shimmery color, and I don't know what it is, but I look flawless in it. But oh, they're fabulous. They're so nice, and just the consistency of the powder is fabulous. It's expensive, but worth the splurge if you're in the mood for a blush splurge. splurge. Next we have two different blushes from the same line. These are the Clinique Cheek Pop Blush Pops in Melon Pop and Nude Pop. So this first one is Melon Pop. I got this in August, maybe September, and I said it is my perfect blush shade. Like if I had to tattoo blush on my cheeks for the rest of my life, it would be this. It is beautiful. It's a little bit subtle. I have very light skin, so it's just like the perfect like peachy melon color, and I freaking love it, and I don't know anything like it. If you have lighter skin like me, I would highly recommend this. And then the other one, which I've used even more, which you can tell because it's broken and the flower is barely there, but this is Nude Pop. Oh my god, it is incredible. I was really nervous to buy it because I thought it was just gonna be like too much. This is the perfect shade to wear every day if you're unsure of like what you're going to be doing with the rest of your face. If you got a red lip, if you got bold eyes, winged liner, and you don't want to have too much blush or whatever, incredible. I love the Clinique Cheek Pops. I want to buy all of them essentially. I do have quite a bit of them, but these are the two that I was like loving this year. I don't really have any eyeshadow favorites. It's pretty much been the same stuff, my Naked palettes, my chocolate palettes, but I do have a mascara favorite. And I actually did a first impressions on this mascara, which I will link right up here, which I didn't really love it. I didn't mind the formula, but they say with this you don't need to use a curling eyelash curler, there's the word. They say that you don't need to use one of those with this and it just curls your lashes. It did not for me. They just stuck straight out as they normally do. But what I do love this for is a second coat. You guys probably know my favorite mascara ever is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher, so I will curl my lashes, do a coat of that, let it dry, curl it again, do a coat of this, let it dry. So I love this mascara formula. I don't think it does what it's supposed to do, but I love it anyway. Next we'll move on to lips. I don't have that many. First I have two like chapstick balm situations. I've never mentioned this on camera, but I was sent this from Carmex a while ago, and it is their Carmex Winter Lip Balm, so it's like the Carmex with like peppermint oil in it. I wear this nonstop. By the way, I have stopped using EOS lip balms because I've read a lot of scary things about them and people were having bad reactions, and I have noticed since I stopped using them that my lips have been less chapped, so I don't know what that's about. I use my Nivea A Kiss of Milk and Honey, and I use this. That was awkward. This is the most fabulous thing ever, and I'm gonna put it on right now. And what I like about it is it's clearly like natural peppermint oil in it. It smells so good. It tingles a little bit. It's great for the winter. I'm gonna need to pick up a few more of these to last me throughout the year if it's like only a winter exclusive, because it's fabulous, and I love Carmex because it tingles. Also, I repurchased the Christian Dior Creme de Rose, which I said I wasn't gonna do, but I really missed it once I didn't have it. This is amazing if you've never tried it. It's a $30 lip balm, so it's ridiculous, but I got it on sale. Not on sale. I got it while Sephora had a sale, so I got 20% off, so I was like, I'll do it. It smells like pure roses, which is amazing, and I swear you put this on when you go to sleep and you wake up and it's still on your damn lips. It's witchcraft. It's amazing. So I guess it's worth the $30. The two lip colors I have are both from NYX, and they're both very unconventional colors, but this, oh my god, changed my life. This is the NYX High Voltage lipstick in the color Playdate. I loved these lipsticks. I will link, I already did it, a whole review swatch video because I had the entire collection. These are amazing. They feel incredible on your lips. They feel like chapstick. But this is in the color Playdate. It's quite literally a lavender lipstick, and it's just a very like taupey wearable lavender that like I wasn't even afraid to wear this out of the house. And lavender's my favorite color, so why wouldn't I want to wear it on my lips? And then next is the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick. I actually have recently picked up pretty much the entire collection of these because they're incredible, and I want to do a swatch review video on them. Let me know if you'd watch that because I'll do it because I love these. But this is in the shade Stone Fox. I was obsessed with this during the Halloween season. It's quite literally a gray color. I wish I had the balls to wear black lipstick every day, but I don't. So this kind of worked. But these are such a great formula. They don't dry completely matte. They are just like a really nice consistency on your lips. They don't travel. They apply really nicely. They're amazing. So try these. They're new, they're fabulous, and they're great. Last for makeup, I have a few makeup brushes. This is the Real Techniques Bold Metals, one of their brushes. This is in 301 Flat Contour. I've used this most of the year to just chisel a little bit out of my cheeks to help with my extremely round face. These are beautiful. I love them. I have quite a few of them, but I just wanted to pick one for the favorites video, and this is the one that I like really is one of my holy grail brushes now. I freaking love it. These are a little bit more pricey for the drugstore, but they're incredible, so I would highly recommend them. Then I have two Sigma brushes. I don't know how I lived so long without without this brush. This is the Sigma Duo Fiber Powder Blush Brush F15. Oh my god, this has changed my blush game. Like, it is just the best for just diffusing some blush onto your face or blending things out if you put too much on. I want another one of these just because it's so amazing. Also, I have a new Sigma code. I will link it down below as well as my Sigma links, and I'll have links to these brushes, but it's 10% off. So if you're interested, it's a new code. I'll have it down below, but I could just do this all day. And then the last brush I have been loving is the Sigma Soft Angled Contour F23 brush. It is so beautiful. It is the perfect shape to get into, just warm up your face. I love it for around the hairline. I've been using it every single day since I got it, and I didn't want this year favorites to go without this one in it, even though it's kind of a new discovery, but it's incredible. I love it. You guys should definitely check out their new contour and highlight brush line. They're all amazing, and this one's just my favorite. Next, I have some skincare. I honestly don't have a whole lot. The only skincare I have are face masks because I haven't changed up anything else. My skin is pretty picky and I just use what I know works, so that's what's up. First thing I have is this Derma E Hydrating Mask, which I may have mentioned this last year, but I want to mention it again because it's great. It has hyaluronic acid, and whenever I travel, my skin gets really dry by road trip or by airplane, and this is the only thing that fixes it, so I wanted to mention it. It is incredible for, like, if you have dry flaky patches, this will get rid of them with one use. It's incredible. So I highly recommend this. I love Derma E, you guys know that. And then I also have my Glam Glow masks, which are really pricey, and I feel terrible recommending them because they're so pricey, but they work. They really work. This is the Glam Glow Super Clearing Treatment Mud. This smells like licorice, which I don't love, but I will look past that because it draws out the blackheads on my nose, and you can see it once it dries, like all your blackheads, and it's really satisfying. And I'm running low. That's so sad. But it's incredible. It's worth the money, and I really wouldn't recommend it unless I thought it worked. I also have been loving the Glam Glow Thirsty Mud Hydrating Mask. It smells like Hawaii. It smells incredible. Like literally Hawaii. It smells great. So it smells like coconut pretty much. This I wouldn't say is as good of like a really deep intense moisture mask as this one, but this one really gives your skin like a zhuzh, like a boost. If you're going somewhere that night and you want to look like extra glowy and fabulous, like this will give your skin what it needs. And you could even sleep in this mask. I've never actually done that because that freaks me out a little bit. I'm too afraid to do that, but I'm sure it works great if you do that too. And then last but not least, I have a fragrance. This is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Dream. I don't know if I mentioned this last year. I might have because I got it for, no I didn't. I got this for Christmas last year in a smaller version. I used it all up and I bought a full size because I love it so much. Marc Jacobs Daisy is my favorite perfume of all time, so this is just a nice twist on it. Especially nice for the spring and the summer because it's a very light fragrance that lasts all day. Oh, it just smells so good. I love Marc Jacobs fragrances, so check that out if you haven't. It smells incredible. Just go to Sephora and spritz your entire body with it. You won't regret it. Okay guys, so that is it. I'm gonna go because I'm losing my voice because I've been shouting. I'm not sure. I don't know. Please leave me down below in a comment some of your favorites from 2015 or all of your favorites if you want, because that's how I like to try new products, is hear things from you guys. And yeah, I love you guys. I hope you had a really great 2015. I hope 2016 treats you even nicer. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you very soon. Have a great day. And yeah. Bye guys!